I'll let them have some time on their own. They've got to make a decision about where they're going to spend their life together. Not an easy decision. I don't want to confuse them with my disguise. They'll end up thinking it's normal being spoken to in a friendly tone by strangers. A more than strange-looking thing, but as long as it can get me into the staff room, I don't mind. A key to the upper town's gate. I hope he doesn't get into trouble because of it. There are many magical clothes in this world which strengthen the powers of their wearers. However, the rule of thumb is, the more useful the garment, the uglier it is. There are normally good reasons for distrusting magical objects and substances. However, fireplace travel powder has been used by mages for a long time. Accidents only tend to happen when several mages try to appear in a fireplace that's too small. Sea stone is big. First, I should gather as much information as possible from up here before I go wandering aimlessly through the town down there. Hello, Zloff, Blout.
Ah, Princess Ivo.
A life could depend on you giving me that amulet.
Blout's life depends on keeping it. Perhaps ghosts come tonight.
This isn't going to work. Thanks for the chat.
You were like a beacon of light in the darkness of night, Princess.
Excuse me?
How can we help you, O friend of the friend of books?
What was that about the magic circle again? One has to draw a symbol under the ghost.
Won't matter one iota whether you draw it or carve it into stone or whatever. Just get it onto the ground under the ghost in some shape or form. As long as the ghost finds itself over a square with a circle and a triangle, it will be trapped.
Okay, got it. I have to go.
Come back soon.
As long as Van Buren or the headmaster haven't changed the code, I should be able to get through the door with it. The problem, however, is the troll. He'll hear the slate saying the code. The Archmage is in the staff room. I'm sure Wilbur would have said if there was an entrance other than the door over there. He hasn't noticed me yet. As long as I'm quiet, the situation's unlikely to change.
I'll get Remy out of that terrible temple. I owe it to him and Timmy. I'll get Remy out of that terrible temple. I owe it to him and Timmy. I've had enough of gods. I have to take care of Remy. I'll sneak back over to the island. Now I know what awaits me there. Maybe I can find a place to hide while I suss out the situation. Or maybe I can even go to get Remy without being noticed. That's probably the strange machine that cultists wanted to use for things. Doesn't look like it's been used recently. No idea how far down it goes. The cellar master spoke of caves and crevices reaching hundreds, sometimes thousands of meters down into the ground. Oh, Remy. If I'd have gone with you, this never would have happened. Or if it had, I could have got help. What a dreadful creature. The ghost lured Remy into a trap, and now it's using me to get the magic wand. Looks like a mirror. I'm not sure. Maybe the cultists required either sun or moonlight for certain rituals and used the mirrors to reflect it down here. This mirror's broken. No trace of the shards. I think the mirrors can be adjusted. But as long as the glass is broken, it's an unnecessary risk. It might squeak and the ghosts could spot me. I think the mirrors can be adjusted. But as long as the glass is broken, it's an unnecessary risk. It might squeak and the ghosts could spot me. The hand mirror is, of course, much smaller than the mirror that was in there before, but it should be enough for a small beam of light. The light doesn't seem to bother him. He hasn't moved from the spot. Being shrunk is no fun at all. I should only use the ring when it's really necessary. Is this also a goddess?
No, that is an Amazon. They guarded our temples.
Didn't do a particularly good job of it, did they? Hi, Ethel.
Oh, you always
always have this habit of creeping up on me.
How about that healing potion?
Remy, where is he?
I'm working on it.
Chop chop! Fetch him. I'll make the healing potion.
I'll see what I can do for Remy.
Yes, quick, quick.
But with Remy's shrinking ring, I could fit. We'll get you out of there, Archmage Alistair. We just have to find a way to get rid of the chains. If I have to. That's the second most terrifying doll I've ever seen. The most terrifying one wanted to kill me with a butcher's knife. That's a long story. Probably best if I leave the way I came. And I'm not going back to town until I've saved Remy. Travel powder's too valuable to just leave here and hope for the best. Best if I wait for Ivo to come.
I'll let them have some time on their own. They've got to make... Hi, you two.
Oh, hello.
I don't know what I'd talk to Wilbur about right now. And quite honestly, I'd rather only stick my head down there when absolutely necessary.
Ivo!
Yes!
I have a doll for you!
What do I want with a doll?
What am I supposed to do with it?
Why did you take it if you didn't need it?
It gives me the willies. So I thought to myself, you'd better take it with you.
That makes no sense at all.
Do you, want it or not?
All right.
I once sang a song with the good company in Elfborough. Ivo's mother cut a grimace, and Ivo's bird flew against a wall. Ivo didn't say anything, but I don't think she liked it either. Better if I don't remind her. The basket will let Ivo and I exchange stuff. Very handy if one of us gets stuck at some point.
Ooh, that doll's voice makes the hairs on my neck stand on end. Oh, I think this baby's trying to influence my mind. I've never had a craving for fish fingers with custard before.
No entry.
I have to drop this off.
What is it?
A present for Chantel Van Buren. She requested it.
Take it away.
I would have taken it into the staff room, but as you don't want to let me in there...
Are you my mummy?
No.
I love you.
Make it stop.
Shall we sing a song? Oh, how I love having a friend.
Turn it off.
Oh, she'll stop of her own accord in a few days' time.
I need Patty.
I'll smash it.
And what would the little Chantel say about you destroying her new toy? You know, Chantel, the queen of pink and fluffy.
Whee!
Blackmail, eh? That ain't gonna work with me. Ha! I can't hear anything.
After you, Headmaster.
469. 41.
Have a good evening, Headmaster, Madam.
Well, my little one, have they been treating you well? I'll get you out of here. I just have to take care of something first. The jar's been fastened to the cupboard with heavy and presumably magic chains. I wonder if... Aha! Archmage Alistair! Are you well? I can't understand you. Blink once for yes and twice for no. What does no blinks mean? Hang on, can frogs even blink? I think we'll need to sort this out later. I'm getting you out of here. Goodness knows if the Archmage is still in there. The frog looks like a frog and behaves like one too. I can't leave Buttercup behind. She may be a creation of the little Van Buren, but she's my pink-coloured love-hearty hippogriff girl. Very unlikely that a fire will be burning in that fireplace anytime soon. I wonder if all these transformations can be reversed when Wilbur finds a way of destroying the magic wand. She can come with me as soon as I've finished here. She can wait in the town. I must admit, there was probably a time when I would have thought these sort of toys very exciting. But I was probably only 80 or 90 years old then. Lots of papers, feather quills. This is interesting. A signet ring with the seal of the council leader. It's used to make laws and decrees official and identifiable. That means that until the council leader discovers it, I can pretty much pass any new law that I want. Right then, a new law. By order of the council leader, whosoever wishes to inhale the smoke of dried plants may do so for medical reasons. Furthermore, they are permitted to do so in order to write bad poetry or talk utter nonsense. That's for Arbor, should he ever come to town. Right then, a new law. By order of the council leader, with immediate effect, all pregnant elves must be treated with the greatest respect by everyone. In particular, it is forbidden to call them fat, to poke fun at them, or to try and kill them with an axe. Anyone breaking this law will be banished from the town. That makes it law. Right then, a new law. Two adult humans, dwarves, elves, or any other beings capable of rational thought are allowed to marry whomsoever they please, and in any combination. Only prerequisite, love. No one will be forced to marry a pompous ass just because he's a rich prince and Mother thinks that I'm getting a bit long in the tooth. Perhaps not the best phrased law of all time, but what the heck. Right then, a new law. By order of the council leader, with immediate effect, the wearing of magic protective amulets is forbidden. Well, I don't actually need a reason, just because. Whoever is caught with such an amulet will be punished with severe cuteness for at least 6 months. Right, with seal and everything. Making new laws is fun, but as they won't be enforced, I'd really better concentrate on doing the more serious stuff. Okay, Buttercup, you have to be really quiet now. No, quiet. Okay, let's go. I said quietly, Buttercup. No, the troll was not your friend. He was trying to kill us. No, I'm pretty sure that he didn't just want to play when he started hacking at us. Be that as it may, Archmage Alistair is safe now. As soon as Wilbur has rescued Remy and knows how we can destroy the wand, we'll need to leave as quickly as possible. Morning's approaching, and in all probability this will be the day that we see the return of a very, very frustrated council leader. She's not exactly the most impressive of companions now, is she? However, up to now I've only ever had Cheep Cheep at my side. Which reminds me, where is he? I'll let them have some time on their own. They've got to make a decision about where they're going to spend their life together. Not an easy decision. Hi, you two.
Oh, hello.
I'm sorry to have to say this, but you are a criminal, Blout.
Blout not criminal. Blout stands here like good little ogre and sells strange things.
You're wearing an amulet, and that's against the law.
What it say?
By order of the Merchant Council leader, and with immediate effect, the wearing of magical protection is forbidden because... well, I don't need any reason, just because. Whoever is caught with such an item is to be punished with severe cutification for a minimum of 6 months.
Huh? No! Blout don't want to be little girl with pigtails. Got to escape, love.
Well, Perhaps you can ask the friendly law enforcement officer to turn a blind eye.
Who's eye blind?
What he means, Blout, is if you are really sorry about this and you can see you've made a mistake, then maybe the daughter of the council leader doesn't need to hear about it.
Sorry, very wrong.
I will, however, need to confiscate the amulet so that you won't be tempted to wear it in secret.
Eh?
Confiscate. Take away.
Oh, sure. You don't tell little girl, right? Blout want to stay Blout.
I'll keep it for myself. The amulet shows the magic circle symbol. If a ghost stands in such a circle, it can't leave it. I hope. Wilbur?
Yes?
I've saved Archmage Alistair! Or the frog that we think is Archmage Alistair.
Cracking! Is he alright?
Yeah, he's okay. Got a few bumps and bruises. But it wasn't because I dropped him a couple of times fighting the troll together with a hippogriff or anything like that.
Ivo?
Hmm?
Did you just say you rode a hippogriff into battle against a troll?
The Archmage is safe, okay? I've got an amulet for you. It shows the magic circle symbol.
Is it magic?
Not in the slightest. But it shows the symbol you have to draw on the ground underneath the ghost to trap him.
Okay, got it. Thanks.
That's all for now.
See you later. Once I draw this symbol on the ground under the ghost, he'll be spellbound. Only, how can I do it? If I put the medallion on the mirror, then the shadow might... It works! Yes! The ghost can't leave the magic circle. I have to get to Remy, quick. Remy!
Good idea, using the magic circle, Wilbur. But it won't hold him off for long.
Okay, but we've got to get out of here, quick.
No.
No?
It's too late, Wilbur. The trap is probably the only thing holding me together.
It's not too late. A good healing potion or a powerful healing spell and you're back on your feet.
I don't have much time. Let's not waste it with impossible dreaming. I've only just found out what is going on with the wand.
If only I'd got here earlier. If only I'd got to the island more quickly.
You're here. That's what counts. My death won't be in vain. And I have a friend by my side. In my final hour, I thank you for that.
What about the wand?
There were two brothers, powerful sorcerers. They amassed much wealth and power with the help of dark knowledge. They searched and found this temple. One of them went insane and left town. The other was killed by my grandfather. Ah!
Remy!
Shortly before the brother's death, he transferred all of his power to a wand. That power would only be unleashed if a blood descendant held the wand in their hands.
And one of the creators still guards his machine as a ghost.
No. My grandfather must have encountered the sorcerer by coincidence. He realized what the sorcerer's plan was and defeated him. He gave his life and never left the temple again.
You mean?
He guards the wand. Didn't want it to find its way into the hands of the descendant of the sorcerer. This place is evil, Wilbur. It changes people. The wall between our world and the dungeon dimension is particularly thin here. The influence of the Nameless One is strong. I think my grandfather has forgotten who he was. He only exists to protect the wand.
You found the wand and gave it to me, but I don't understand.
Wilbur, in everyday life, the sorcerers were merchants. Their surname was Van Buren. Sybil married Montgomery Van Buren, the sorcerer's youngest son. Her daughter, Chantal, has a Van Buren blood flowing through her veins.
The first time the wand acted strangely was in the classroom. It must have sensed Chantal.
And when Chantal got her hands on it, she received all her grandfather's secret powers, but not his knowledge.
How can we destroy the wand?
It's explained in the second brother's Book of Spells. He spent his final years mentally deranged in the dark woods.
And the one brother came up with a way to break the other's power if it ever became necessary.
Yes. You must find the book and destroy the wand, Wilbur. Go now, my friend.
Remy!
The resistance needs a leader, and I know of no greater fighter for good than you. Give this to Timmy. Please, look after him.
What happened? Where's Uncle Remy? I'm so sorry.
No, but you said you'd bring him back.
I tried.
All set to go? They're waiting down by the gate.
All right. And Timmy?
Esther and Nate are taking care of him.
Okay. You really are quite sure?
Yes. Remy said the key to the wand's destruction lies in the dark woods. And his death shall not be in vain.
No, it shan't be. I just don't know if we should split up. We're a good team together.
A good team has lost a member.
It wasn't your fault and you know it.
I don't know it. If I hadn't wallowed in self-pity, if I'd have gone down right at the start, everything would have been different.
And if he hadn't given you the magic wand, it would have too. Or if Van Buren's daughter hadn't got her hands on the magic wand in the staff room. If. All that we can do is keep Remy's memory alive in that we honour him and do what he would have done. Would he have stood here and reproached himself? So, what's the plan, Chief?
You look after the Archmage, I'll search for the book. Van Buren can't chase us both.
You're right. She'll be beside herself when she notices that the Archmage is gone.
Any idea how to bring him back?
Not the slightest, but I know how to find out.
How?
An oracle told me. I'll have to help a friend and will not know what to do. I must then find a flying pirate island and on it a building without corners.
Then that's your path. Come on, Gulliver. Let's go and see what Timmy's up to.
Yep. Good luck. Look after yourself.
And we should put as much distance between us and Seastone before the old witch realizes what's happened.
Come on then, Buttercup. We're trying to find a flying pirate island. That's where we'll find the answers. Too many questions. Cheap, here you are at last. We're looking for a flying island. Try to keep up this time.
It's quite fascinating how you can get other people to work for you if you know the right buttons to press. Your services are no longer needed.
You're going to bring the Nameless One back to this world!
Nonsense. Only an idiot or a lunatic would try something like that.
And I am neither.
It was a long flight, and it looks like I'm getting heavier and heavier to boot. Have a rest, but stay close by. The oracle said that it was to be found in a building without corners on a flying island. And Tugator's the only flying island that I know. Let's hope we find a few answers here. Strange. Why are water snails stuck to the jetty here? Perhaps they thought it's a jetty and every jetty must have snails, whether it's standing in water or hanging in midair. A flying ship. Just as one would expect on a flying pirate island. I could swear. Oh no, is that the Mary? That means... Oh no. If the Mary's here, then he can't be far away. Seeing him is the last thing I need right now. Buttercup bravely fought her way through the winds on the way here. Now she's exhausted. She's earned a little downtime. A pretty battered pan. Looks like it survived an explosion. There are crusty bits of salt left inside there.
Furthermore, you stole the prosecutor's fez, beat him unconscious, and damaged part of the island with magic.
We didn't beat that stupid monkey unconscious. He knocked himself out.
Silence in court! The defendant may only speak when asked to do so. And don't call the prosecutor a monkey.
inquire what's going on here?
Ivo?
Lovely to see you again, Critter.
Fat? Who's fat?
Oh, shut the grog up! This is a trial, not a bloody circus.
Let me ask again. What's going on here?
Critter and I were arrested for no reason whatsoever.
I wasn't talking to you.
Idiots. Those two tried to steal my magic lamp and they damaged the island. They also abused my friendship and wanted to leave me here on my own, like everyone else.
The ugly one's renowned for it.
Aye, enough. Those two will be judged fairly and squarely.
Then I demand a lawyer.
Silence in court, you spawny wazzock.
The Red Pirate, I presume.
You've heard of me.
Nate's mentioned you several times.
Only bad things, I hope.
Mainly that you sent the bounty hunter after him because you wanted your ship back.
The Mary is not his ship. I won it from him fair and square.
You cheated.
Of course. I just cheated better than you. Fair and square.
Silence in court, you spawny wazzock. And that's contempt of court.
Apparently there's a near omniscient oracle on this island.
That's right. But people who aren't from here usually talk to him through mirrors.
Just guessing, but is it in that round building over there?
That's right and all. And you're not here because you want to steal from me. Or to rescue your friends.
No, definitely not.
We don't even want to be rescued.
You boys just carry on playing on your own.
Now listen here, young lady. This is a matter of death. Or a more painful, slower death.
Come on, Ivo. I can barely feel my hands anymore.
Don't you dare! You left without so much as a word, you human!
Perhaps you'd like to be the prosecutor instead, me dear?
What is that?
Oh, that! It's not what it looks like.
Not what it... Have you swallowed a watermelon?
All right, I'm pregnant. But I have not...
No sooner am I gone than you're all over the next guy that comes along.
I haven't been all over anyone. And you just scarpered off.
But just because... I'm not pregnant!
Just leave me alone, Nate Bonnet. I don't want anything to do with you anymore.
Quiet! Defendants are only allowed to cry out in despair when required.
A rope. I bet it's good quality. Pirates know about that sort of thing. No pirates to be seen. Just these stone figures everywhere. There are no traces of any tool marks on them. The surfaces are too perfect. I don't like the look of this. A rag shop. I really don't like fussy clothes like the ones Mother always tried to make me wear, but I couldn't go this far. There must be some kind of middle ground, surely. Pictures of ships, pictures of women with malfunctioning clothes, and a petition. Nothing much of interest here. The little bit of water remaining in the trough looks very dirty, like a pig's been wallowing in it.
It was me!
Then I'll leave it to you for the punchline. The prosecutor would appear to be a bit out of his depth with the trial. At least he doesn't give me the impression of being particularly professional. The door's locked. I know these snails. They're called purple snails. They emit a smelly substance to defend themselves which turns purple in air. It's used as a dye for colouring things. I better leave the snails in peace. I don't want to get purple fingers. I wonder what's under that cloth there.
It's the horror. The horror.
Old Red won't spill the beans. Guards that thing as if it was his biggest treasure.
A deserted island that should be swarming with pirates. A few stone statues. The only survivors a collector of magical artifacts, hiding something the size of a head under a cloth. Let me guess. The head of Medusa?
Aye. She's dreadful.
I knew that. I was just testing you.
The head of Medusa is a dangerous weapon. Whole armies were stopped with it. I'd feel much happier if it wasn't in the ownership of an unstable pirate. Nate talked a lot about his old nemesis, the Red Pirate. One of Old Red's bounty hunters must have got hold of him. I mean, not even Nate would be stupid enough to come here of his own free will. Excuse me, Your Honor, Judge?
Yes.
A judge cheating at cards? Tut tut.
That's not true. Pirate poker is a dice game. And, I don't cheat. In the past, maybe. But this is the new Tugator. It's all about law and order now.
In pirate poker, you play for high stakes, right? I mean, if we play and I win, then you owe me something, right?
Theoretically. In reality, however, I will win, and you will owe me something.
What, for example?
If I win, then you have to stay on Tugator for a year and keep me company.
Ugh, And what if I win?
How about...
Your best friend's life?
No, I'd prefer something real I can hold on to.
an elegant pirate outfit? Clothes and a hat and all the trimmings.
That sounds good. Agreed. So what are the rules?
The easiest way to explain it is by playing a practice round. We each have got a cup with 5 dice. The dice have the numbers 1 to 5 on them. The 6th side is a star that can be any number, like a joker. Roll.
But this is just a practice game, right?
Aye, this game doesn't count. Like in normal poker dice, you can throw a pair, 2 pairs, 3 of a kind, a full house, a straight and so on.
Okay, got it.
I've got a full house. Do you believe me?
Of course not. You're a pirate.
Not so fast. If I lift up my cup and I haven't lied, you've lost. So think about it. Am I telling the truth?
You could be telling the truth.
Yes, I could be. Now you have to tell me what you've rolled. You can tell me the truth or lie. The most important thing is you say something higher than me. You can also pick up any number of dice and roll them again, just once, before you tell me what you've got on the table. So, put the dice in the cup and roll again, or tell me what you've got. What's it gonna be?
I've got 5 of a kind.
You're lying. See those stones? You get 1 for each round you win. The first to have 3 is the winner. Ready to roll?
I haven't got time for games.
Oh, whatever.
I think I've interrupted the court proceedings long enough.
True. Now, where was I?
A house with no corners. Got to be it. A hatch in the wall. Nothing. A bottle, something like potato crisps and toilet paper? Enemax, the energy drink, provides energy to the max, +2 endurance, -2 intelligence. The stuff seems to consist practically of just water, sugar, and colouring. And now do I have to actually go and get hold of all this stuff just to get in there? Ugh, my feet hurt. It's too hot in here, and I've just had a row with my ex. Woe betide you if your information is not any use. The building's got no windows at all. This door appears to be the only way in. It appears that I have to get hold of a bottle of this strange energy drink, a few potato crisps, and toilet roll. Strange offerings. Right then, the bottle's full. I won't be able to trick the oracle with just water. The other ingredients of this stuff are sugar and colouring, according to the label. I'm not sure what sort of colouring should go into one of these energy drinks, but what's to say that purple wouldn't do the trick? Your defence strategy doesn't work too well now, does it? Whoa, relax, little guy. I've got what I need. The colouring's going in the bottle. Oh, that's deep. I wouldn't like to fall down there. He didn't even hear me out. He simply disappears, he gets involved with some dodgy deal or other, and then he tries to make me feel guilty. I'm not cross with Critter. He did disappear without a word like Nate, but he belongs to Nate. Where Nate is where you'll find Critter. For example, in the stocks in a trial. If there was a jury, the prosecutor would need only to put me in the witness box for a minute. That would ensure that Nate would get no mercy. Leaving a pregnant young woman in the lurch with no explanation, not something that makes a defendant look good. I'm not going to bail him out. Let Critter help him. Critter'll be all right. Won't matter what the outcome. He's a clever cookie and he'll probably save Nate. Critter'll be all right. Won't matter what the... He didn't even hear me out. He simply... Excuse me, Your Honour, Judge?
Yes?
Those 3 signs above the hatch on the observatory.
They signify offerings. If you want to ask the Oracle about the weather before a long journey, for example, you place the things the Oracle wants in the hatch, and then you're given an audience with him.
Yeah, that's what I imagined. The Oracle wants some unusual things.
Oh, that's often the case. It's a strange being, and quite unabashed. We wanted to ban it from the island, but every time we tried, it prophesied what dreadful consequences that would have, and so we left it be.
Where do I get the things from?
All the shops are closed. There was a kind of accident, and the inhabitants of the island are temporarily out of town. I keep an eye on their things as their trustworthy and reliable leader, so don't even think about stealing anything, will you?
Wouldn't dream of it. How's the trial going?
Marvelously. The accused is caught up in a web of contradictions.
This whole thing is ridiculous, and I'm innocent.
You see?
Why are you having this trial in the first place? I didn't realize things were quite so formal with pirates.
Aye, it's a new wind blowing on Tugator. No more impulse punishments. Law and order now rules. So it's safe for anyone to come back to the island.
The other pirates all mutinied and left, and now he's making out he's some kind of considerate leader.
Silence in court, you spawny wazzock.
I think I've interrupted the court proceedings long enough.
True. Now, where was I?
I guess this key will unlock the stocks. If I was planning to set them free, I'd be interested. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't take the key with the red pirate sitting there. I guess this key will unlock the stocks. If I was planning to set them free, I'd be interested. I don't believe I can break the door open, and even if I could, the red pirate would probably set his hairy thugs on me. Nate often spoke of this island. He spent his childhood in New Old Town, but it was always his ambition to come here. Tugator, the flying pirate island. It was the place where a boy from the streets could make something of himself. For all I care, he can spend the rest of his life on this rock. Headscarves for bald pirates, swashbuckling patches, ripped rope for a belt. No, I can't be doing with any of this. Wait a minute, what's this? A hook could come in handy. I should be able to attach the hook to the rope. Right, that'll hold. It'd be simpler if I could still see my feet. After we defeated the Archwitch, we returned to the temple where we'd left Mary. We flew her to Seastone and Nate fired off 3 salute shots. There were only a few injured. Nate and Critter aren't great believers in order. Ship shapes not to be found here. During my first days on the Mary, I tidied up after them. I soon gave up on that. Buttercup's too tired to carry me any further. But I can't just steal the Mary. She and Nate are thick as thieves. She wouldn't obey me. That's Nate's lucky headscarf. He put it on during stormy weather. Critter and I used to poke fun at the fact that it was always a matter of luck every time he stepped behind the wheel. When I saw Nate for the first time, he was sitting in this very cage. The bounty hunter Mazaz had captured him. He managed to convince me that he was a capable captain able to help me. I thought he was brazen and pompous and clumsy and somehow also very sweet. I shouldn't have got involved with him. The heart's a poor counsellor when it comes to matters of love. We didn't fly a direct route from Seastone to the Elf Burrow. We made detours and explored Avantasia. Once we spent 3 days and nights drifting over the ocean because Nate and Wilbur tried to give the engine a bit more power. It was wonderful. The peace, the sea, the moonlight, and the 2 engineers making things worse each day.
Princess Ivo, what are you doing here?
Hello, Mary.
Are you here to break Captain Nate's heart again?
Did he tell you that? He left me, just like that.
But that's just ridiculous. He loves you. He left the ship full of hope, and 30 minutes later, he returned a different man. You said no, didn't you?
He was going to propose to me that night?
He had a ring and got himself a fine suit from the wardrobe. Yes, a proposal with all the bells and whistles. He was so nervous. He'd practiced the whole day, asked me what I thought at least 100 times.
He didn't ask me once.
He didn't? I was convinced that our sudden departure was down to your refusing him. I said some horrible things about you, but Captain Nate wouldn't stand for it. When he left the cabin carrying the ring, that was the last time I saw him truly happy.
He just disappeared without a word. And I never got a marriage proposal.
But something must have happened. Otherwise, why would he have just left like that?
I woke up and wanted to go to him, but Mother told me that Nate had disappeared in the middle of the night with no explanation. I was sure that it was just a misunderstanding and that he'd come back, but he didn't.
Oh, sweetie, that is simply dreadful.
I was distraught, then angry, and after a while I started blaming myself. I'm a modern elf princess. Why am I acting like some silly little girl just because a bloke's left me? Why did you come to Tugator?
Captain Nate made a deal with a little bounty hunter in Bonzing. A gnome, I think. I hardly believed it when he gave me the course, but he said it was important. The most important thing in the world.
A wretched magic lamp was the most important thing to him, huh?
When Tugator appeared on the horizon, Nate let the bounty hunter put him in chains. Just like I was put in chains by the Red Pirate when we eventually reached the island. The next day, I felt the chain release itself. There was lots of shouting and noise, and ever since, I've wondered what was going on.
And then I came down the stairs.
Exactly. The princess who had given my captain so much heartache. Well, that's what I thought, at least.
Whatever the reason for him running, he shouldn't have just turned his back on me without explanation.
Not that I wish to defend him, but do you think he might have got cold feet because of your child? Oh, congratulations, by the way.
Oh, it's not his child.
What? You lying harlot! Go all doe-eyed at my Captain Nate and then go whoring around with someone else? And here's me, gullible Gertie, almost falling for your lies. Well, just you wait.
That's the same reaction Nate had. I have never and would never cheat on him. My pregnancy's a bit of a mystery to me as well. But hey, thanks for your support. Chaos wherever you look. Nate is and always will be a pirate. Nothing's gonna change that. Nate always insisted he hadn't got rid of the Red Pirate's dressing table because it wouldn't fit through the hatch. However, my theory is he'd missed the mirror. Nate always insisted he hadn't. However, we had a lot of fun with this wardrobe, or more precisely with the costumes in it. We had fashion shows every evening. Wilbur and Critter looked hilarious. Ah, happy times. I'm not going to poke around the wardrobe. Too many memories. Critter puts huge quantities of sugar in his tea. He gets that from Nate. Neither of them understand the rationale behind drinking tea. One heats water, puts tea into it, and then pretends that it tastes of something. Sugar and milk are just an interference. A good handful. That should do. There's a whole heap of coal glowing in the oven. Perhaps not enough to give Mary some steam, but certainly enough to grill half a pig with strawberry jam and pickled gherkins. Did I really just say that? Mary's just like Nate. She jumps to the wrong conclusion and doesn't even give me a chance to explain myself. It's so unfair. A ridiculous amount of sugar. Basis of many drinks. You won't catch me drinking this stuff, but the ingredients are exactly the same as the original drink. The Oracle should accept this, I hope. What's that then? That's Nate's favourite headscarf. I couldn't, could I? Have fun with it. Excuse me, Your Honour, Judge?
Yes.
I think I've interrupted the court proceedings long enough.
True. Now, where was I?
Pirates don't have much of an eye for beauty. They are, however, very practical. Everything that pirates might want is growing here, from potatoes to hemp plants. Potatoes for potato crisps. Well, it's a start. That should do. Okay, I'll cut the slices as thin as I possibly can.
Ivo?
What?
Perhaps I've been a bit quick to judge.
Perhaps?
If you tell me that you didn't cheat on Nate, then of course I believe you.
Thanks.
But if it is his child, then you have to tell him.
That's all a bit complicated.
We'll manage, I'm sure. Isn't it exciting? We're having a baby!
The thin potato slices get put into the pan, like this. I've left the skins on. That'll give extra flavour. The potatoes would just burn and shrivel in the pan. Do I really want that? The glowing coals in the oven are giving out a pleasant warmth. As soon as I've got the cooked potato crisps, I'll be able to salt them. Doesn't make any sense to do it before. The glowing coals in the oven are giving out a pleasant warmth. The potatoes would just burn and shrivel in the pan. Do I really want that? Mary?
Yes?
Nate and Critter are on trial, and the Red Pirate is the judge.
A trial? Now there's a first for Tugator.
This place is nothing like how Nate always described it.
In his defense, he probably never bargained on you seeing this island with your own eyes.
Everything all right? You ready for action?
I will take my captain and his guests anywhere he asks me to.
Understood. No cruise without the great Captain Nate. Bye, Mary.
Goodbye. Look after yourself, child.
A sticky-looking pot with, some sort of slime. We don't have any machines in the Elf Burrow, but Wilbur told me about how he was responsible for oiling and greasing all the machinery in the gnome hole. I imagine the stuff in this pot is the same sort of thing. Fat is used for cooking, but this? Whatever. Right. High heat, boiling fat, and thin potato slices. Should work. Oh, yes, I can smell it already. Done. If I didn't know it was just my hormones talking, I could easily eat those. The potato slices have been fried in boiling fat. They almost look like real crisps. Just salt missing now. Salt is so unhealthy. Let's try it without. Or maybe not. All right then, open sesame. Are you taking the piss? I'm gonna do cool and you can it up your you. I'm sorry. I really shouldn't be getting so excited. Let's try that once again. If you don't open this door this instant, I will personally ensure that this building is smashed onto the rocks 3,000 meters below us. Then I will set fire to everything on this island and allow the island to crush your broken body. And after that, I'll get angry. I see we understand each other.
Don't go into the attic, oh, you stupid cow! Oh, yes, strawberry tart. Don't go there, honey. He's only gonna cheat on you.
So you are this oracle?
Good guess, Princess Ivo. You're much shorter in real life.
What's this about offerings? Do you think I'm going to be your errand girl?
Well, you already have been. I can't leave this room. I offer a valuable service, and someone has to do my shopping. No, not that door. Right.
So, the pirates have provided you with everything you need to survive?
Correct. But then the Red Pirate went crazy and scared them all off the island. That's why I have to make do with coloured sugar water and disgusting crisps.
You ate that?
I had to. I have needs, you know. Oh, yes, marry her without a prenup. That's a great idea.
You told me in the elf burrow that I would come here, so you can see into the future. What's your game?
The mirrors show the future, or possible versions of the future.
Then why didn't you warn Wilbur or the Archmage what was going to happen?
How could I get their attention? Anyway, I only observe. I don't get involved. Oh, let him cry. He deserves it.
You're getting involved now.
But only because it's absolutely necessary. Oh, a boat! We're saved!
I've got the frog. I mean the Archmage.
I saw the battle! Spectacular! That little girl and Wilbur's wand. You couldn't make it up.
Is there a way of changing Master Alistair back?
Oh, that's not so easy. He hasn't just been turned into a frog. He is a frog now. Oh, don't go, Johnny. She needs you.
But he can be changed back, can't he?
Perhaps. His consciousness and his soul are in another place. But there is still a weak bridge connecting him to this world.
So there is hope?
Yes, but just a vague one. You have to... Wallop! Right between the eyes! That had to hurt!
How can we return the spirit of the Archmage to this world?
The Red Pirate has a magic compass. It always points in the direction of what you desire most. In the case of the Archmage, this is hopefully a way back. The lost Book of the Dead explains how to summon a spirit back into this world. But without a spark of life, he would die as soon as he returned.
A magic compass, a lost book, and a spark of life. Doesn't sound like a walk in the park.
That's why I lured you here.
Oh, no. Not him. No, 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 no.
You need them, Ivo. You won't manage this task without them.
You said that the Book of the Dead had disappeared. Are there any clues to where it is?
Well, it's in a place without mirrors, that much is clear. It was kept in the legendary desert city of Lorem Ipsum in the Umzu Desert. No more is known.
Lorem Ipsum? Now, where have I heard of that?
An ancient city that finally lost the battle against the sand.
I'll find it, and the Book of the Dead. I will get these 3 things and change the Archmage back. On my own.
No, you won't. I have seen a future in which you fail, Ivo. A future that you won't live to see.
Oh, but that's only one possible future.
True, but are you prepared to risk its occurrence just because Nate gets on your nerves?
Ha! He doesn't just get on my nerves.
I know, it's... What? That's never a valuable antique.
Ah, very well. I'll get both of them out of there.
It's not that easy. You're forgetting the head.
The head of Medusa?
I've seen it. Fortunately, just through my mirrors. It's terrible. If you try to rescue Nate and the critter with all guns blazing, the Red Pirate will unveil the head, and then no magic in the world can save you.
Got any suggestions?
You have to win the court hearing.
Would that not strike you as somewhat improbable with that judge?
Not with the right defense strategy. I haven't heard that one before.
Hello? Stick to the point. How am I going to convince the Red Pirate of Nate's innocence? Considering the fact that I'm pretty certain that there's a case to answer on every single count.
Of course Nate did everything he's accused of. But was it his free will?
What do you mean?
Say someone is controlled by a voodoo curse and kills someone. Is he the murderer or the one controlling the doll? Ugh! Oh, I wouldn't eat that salad.
What have voodoo dolls got to do with Nate and the theft of the lamp?
Act as his defense lawyer and tell the Red Pirate that Nate was controlled by a higher power. The rest will follow of its own accord.
That's insane.
Trust me, I can see through all mirrors. And anyway, I love courtroom dramas.
Oh, that's all well and good. The question is, can I trust you?
What kind of a question is that? No matter what I say, you still won't know.
Maybe you're just telling me these things because you're bored and want to create a bit of chaos.
There are always exciting things happening in this world. I just want it to stay that way.
What do you mean?
Turn the Archmage back to normal. He can tell you.
Okay, I'm just going to go now.
Shh! He's proposing to her.
Well, thanks for your help. Thousands of lives are being reflected in each mirror. I really shouldn't look, but there's such a powerful allure in watching other people go about their daily business. It's very difficult to recognize anything at all in this mirror. Perhaps it's showing a future in constant motion? Excuse me, Your Honor, Judge?
Yes?
All defendants are entitled to a lawyer, are they not? I will be their lawyer.
Oh, really? Why not? Being the judge, I'm all for a fair trial. No one should be able to say, I sentenced them to death unjustly.
I don't know if I want to be represented by her.
Shut up, Nate. The accused is only allowed to talk when their lawyer tells them to.
Well, what do you have to say in their defense?
Proven imbecile, Your Honor. He is not compos mentis.
Oi!
He tried to steal from me. That's really bordering on madness.
And his IQ lies somewhere between that of a jelly glowfish and a cave troll.
I am not an imbecile, and I'm much smarter than a glow jellyfish.
He stole the Mary without any idea of how to fly an airship.
And did he not promptly crash in the Northlands?
I didn't. You're both really enjoying this, aren't you?
The court acknowledges that he's an idiot. But that ain't enough to lessen the punishment.
Granted, but I would like idiot to be highlighted in the records.
Sustained.
You... Ow.
What else have you got?
He is not responsible for his actions. He's being controlled by a higher power.
Oh, the voodoo doll defense.
Not at all. There is a higher power which controls him and all of us, I think.
Oh, yes.
Indeed. Behold the water jug.
Nah, that was the win.
No, that was the higher power.
If so, then it could get that coconut down from that tree. That is impossible.
Indeed.
You, turn around. Now go ask your higher power how many fingers I'm holding up.
It is 3 fingers.
That's witchcraft. Someone's watching me. They want to control me. And they want to drive me crazy. But they won't get me.
That was brilliant. How did you do that?
I don't know.
You mean there really is a higher power controlling everything?
That can't be. Oh, higher power! If you are really there, make a green unicorn appear. See? Just a figment of imagination.
Huh. All right then, release me. Come on, Critter, we're going.
Don't I even get a thank you?
I didn't ask for your help, and we would have managed fine on our own. Isn't that right, buddy? You see?
I could have just left you to rot in the stocks.
Maybe you should have. You're good at betraying your friends.
I have not betrayed anyone.
Critter, can you tell that person that the proof of her infidelity is clear enough for anyone to see?
Critter, tell this excuse of a pirate that I was not unfaithful to him. Even if I'd wanted to, I couldn't have been unfaithful to him. He left me.
Critter, tell her that I won't listen to this any longer.
Nate, it's about the Archmage and Wilbur.
What? What about them?
The Archmage has been cursed and Wilbur's wanted for murder.
That's nonsense. That little guy wouldn't hurt a fly.
We have to help them.
I can't. I can drop you off in Elfborough if you like.
That would be a start. The spark of life is there. My father has it.
Yeah. Let's just go.
Are you sure you'll be able to find the elf burrow? Right, someone's gonna have to go up to my father and ask him for the spark of life. Then we have to head off to find Lorem Ipsum. Hello?
I'm not going to help. That's your problem.
Well, I'm not over the moon about it either, but the Oracle did say that I needed friends in order to overcome the challenges that lie ahead of me.
Then I suggest you look for some. Farewell.
But you have to help me. I can't possibly meet Mother in this state. The gods only know what she'd do to me.
And quite rightly, too.
Oh, yeah? Then why don't you tell him yourself that you're going to desert him?
The frog?
That's Archmage Alistair. Didn't you listen to anything I said? And what about Wilbur?
I'm sorry. I can't. Oi, Critter! Come on! Just look what she's done. Critter!
Critter! I knew that you wouldn't desert me. And that's good. Mother must under no circumstances see me like this.
I was informed of your arrival, Ivo.
Oh, hello, Mother.
I've been worried, child.
Well, I'm so sorry about that. But perhaps you should have a lie down and we'll talk about everything in the morning.
What is the matter with you? Why don't you turn around?
Why don't you turn around first?
The company of that human is not good for you. That is why I told him to go away.
You did what?
What have you?
Well, I can explain.
Not necessary.
Helping her? Why should I? Just turns up and what the hell is taking so long? Critter, come on, it's time to go.